Hi, I'm Kyle Gall, and I'm part of Andy's audience. And that's Adam, and that's Charles, that's Andy, and this is his demonstrational video.
Alright, I'm going to show you how to play Unholy Confessions by Avenged Sevenfold, and this is the part I'm going to show you how to play. Alright, so in order to play this, you're going to need to be D tuning, drop D tuning, which is this. The biggest string that you have is going to be tuned to D. Your next string will be A. Third string will be D. Fourth, G. Fifth, D. And sixth, E. Alright, the technique that they use in this is called fluttering, where they alternate notes, but they always go back to the same note every time. So it's something like this, something like that. You just keep dropping back down to that same note. In order to play this, the way it starts off is two open notes on the D string. So it's that. Then on the A string, you hold down the 5th fret. So it's, and then every time you jump up a note, you're going to play an open D, and then you're going to play the next note. So it's like this. So that's what fluttering is. You keep going back down to that, and that's just the way it works. The frets that you use on the A string are going to be 5, 7, 8, and 10. And, I basically have it, the way I see it as, there's 3 separate parts to it. And the first part basically goes like this. Now what's happening there is, I'll just walk through it and show every note. So you're going to do opens, and then 5, open, 7, open, open, and next is a hammer-on pull-off combination where you hold down the 7th fret, and then you hit the 8th fret, but you don't pick it, and then you let right off. So it's that, and then on the D string you hit the 10th fret. So it's, so all that together again is. Alright, the next part is a little shorter than that one, and it starts off with the double open again, so you're, and then on the A string you hit the 10th fret, and then it's fluttering again, so you drop down to the D and go to the 8th, and then you do it again to the 7th. So it's, and then the next part, the third final part is to the riff itself, is the double open again. Then on the A string you hit the 7th, drop back down to the D string, and then you hit the 8th, and then you go back to the 10th fret on the D string. So it's, so all together that is. And then you repeat that, but it has a different ending the second time. So it goes. So after that hammer on 7, 8, 7, 10, it's a power chord on the 8, which in drop D tuning, it's just barred straight across. So it's, you play that twice, and then you go down to the 7th fret and do the same thing. So it's, and that's all the one part is. And now in this song in particular, they have it harmonized, which means there's another guitar playing notes over it, and they harmonize. It's a very complex theory, but it's not that hard to play with the tab. So what the harmony is on it is you're going to be playing notes on the D string. It's the same strumming pattern, everything, just different notes. The notes are going to be 3, 5, 7, and 8 on the D string that you use. And it still uses the hammer-on and all that stuff that they use. And then it drops down to a 7 on the A string at the end of the first part of the main riff. So it's, so that's just, it's 3, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, hammer on to 7, let off, and then go down to 7. And then for the next part, it's the double open again, and then you're going to go 8, 7, 5 on the D string. Again, still fluttering like it is. So it's... For the last part of that riff, it's 5, 7, and then you drop down to the A string and hit a 7. And then yet on the same, it's just laid over it, so it's still the power chords at the end of the second time you play it. Alright, I want to play through it with it once here, and I'll play both parts eventually. Alright, and now I'll play through on the harmonized part, and it should sound close because they're both being played in there yet. And that is how you play the B